Are you guys ready to talk about the balancing patch for 2.5 in Marvel Rivals? The devs did not come to play. Some of your favorites are getting wrecked, others are getting glow-ups, and honestly, I have a lot of questions. So grab your popcorn because this meta shift is about to be messy. Before we get into it, send some prayers for our beloved Jeff mains. They will be expected to crash out this upcoming patch. Let's start with our beloved meat shields, the Vanguards. Captain America is feeling the pressure. His base health is dropping from 600 to 575. His ultimate now costs 3100 energy instead of 2800. And his shield takes longer to recover, 4 seconds instead of 2. I like the increased energy requirement for his ult and the shield nerf, but I'm not sure he needed to have his base health changed. Doctor Strange mains can finally see a bit of light at the end of the tunnel. His basic attacks will have a damage falloff of 80% at 20 meters instead of 62.5% at 20 meters. His E, Maelstrom of Madness, will have no damage falloff. Still not the comeback of the year material, but at least he's not bottom tier anymore. Emma Frost apparently did not Venmo the devs enough to keep her stats as they were. The range of her basic attack will be 18 meters instead of 15.5 meters. Her shield will go down from 500 to 400. Her diamond form is getting a hard nerf. Her choke grab will receive an increased cooldown from 5 seconds to 6 seconds. The hit of her kick is decreased from 50 to 40, and the damage dealt to enemies that are propelled into walls by her kick is also decreased from 100 to 90. In such a heavy dive meta, she greatly contributed to stopping those dives. Going forward, I'm not sure about those changes. They could have simply increased the cooldown of her diamond form instead of tweaking its damage. I find it weird that they said their goal was to nerf the diamond form, but they also nerfed her shield. From my understanding, her diamond form lasts 8 seconds. So you have time to start with a choke and end her diamond form with another choke. Groot might be less banned now. Or is that cope I smell? His basic attacks will have decreased damage from 70 to 65. His ironwood wall will have an increased cooldown of 12 seconds now instead of 8 seconds. I'm not sure that will be enough for Groot to be less banned, but we can hope. Magneto got tickle buffs. And by buffs I mean one buff. The charging speed of his rings is increased from 4 seconds per stack to 3 seconds per stack. One buff, one singular buff, blink and you'll miss it. Thor got an interesting adjustment, and I'm here for it. His hammer throw does not consume any Thor force anymore, and will have a 6 seconds cooldown. Thor will gain 1 Thor force from each hammer throw that hits an enemy. The throw damage is decreased from 70 to 45, and the return damage from 30 to 20. His shield value will decrease. The bonus health gain from each Thor force consumed decreases from 100 to 75, and the maximum bonus health also decreases from 200 to 150. Some Thor mains might hate this adjustment, but I think there's some good value in it. Just trust the process, bro. On to duelists. Let's start with Hawkeye, the one character that did not need a buff. The base damage of his arrow is increased from 32 to 34. The projectile damage of Blast Arrow, his other basic attack, is increased from 15 to 16, and the spell field damage is also increased from 32 to 34. For the maximum focus, it's increased from 70 to 75. The charging speed when aiming at an enemy is increased from 100 per second to 108 per second with a damage fall-off speed of 32 per second instead of 30 per second. I just don't understand why they would buff Hawkeye so much when his upcoming team-up with Luna is already more than enough. Hela, the queen of anti-flyers, she only sees an increase of ammo in her basic attack, going from 8 charges to 10. I guess with the upcoming meta, it's a decent buff. Human Torch cannot catch a break. He's either overtuned or undertuned. The damage of his basic attack is decreased from 7 per hit to 6 per hit. His right click, Blazing Blast, will receive an increased charge speed of 3 seconds instead of 2 seconds. His F, Flaming Meteor, will see a decrease in shield value from 75 to 50 and an increase in cooldown from 15 seconds to 20 seconds. The shield he got from his ground slam was ridiculous. I'm glad it got nerfed. I'm not sure about his basic attacks being nerfed, but we'll have to wait and see with the new season. Iron Fist. The mains are crying on Reddit, and I'm overjoyed. His block will receive a decrease in bonus health conversion rate from 1.5 to 1.3 with a decrease in maximum bonus health from damage blocked from 200 to 175. The dash from his block will receive a decreased distance when there is no target. His block will have a reduced cooldown refund from his basic attacks, going from 1.5 second to 1 second. As much as his mains are crying right now, complaining that only gold players asked for this change, even in the highest of elos, Iron Fist is still consistently banned. If top 500 players struggle against this character, then you know it's time for a big nerf. Calling others boosted while you use this character to reach a rank that you will not be able to hold without this character is pitiful. Move on. Iron Man receives a small nerf. His third basic attack damage will decrease from 50 to 45, and the spell field damage will also decrease from 60 to 55. The maximum bonus health he receives from his E, Armor Overdrive, will decrease from 100 to 50. I'm certain you will encounter a lot of Iron Man in the upcoming update regardless of these nerfs. Namor, I don't know what to say. His bubble receives an increased cooldown from 15 seconds to 20 seconds. The inner circle radius of his ult is increased from 3 meters to 3.5 meters, and the outer circle radius is increased as well from 8 meters to 9 meters. His outer circle will receive a damage decrease from 200 to 180. His squids will have increased damage fall off at 40 meters of 50% instead of 30%. Can't wait to be able to not escape that ult. Psylocke, I was not expecting her to have any changes. The retrieval of her wing shurikens will receive a damage decrease from 14 to 12 per hit. The invisibility duration of Psychic Stealth will be decreased from 3 seconds to 2 seconds. I really don't think she needed any nerf. She was fine and balanced in my eyes. Squirrel Girl. Alright, which Squirrel Girl main paid the devs to buff this character? Anyways, her ammo capacity is increased from 10 to 12. Her E, Mammal Bond, will have a shorter cooldown of 10 seconds instead of 12 seconds. The devs also wrote that they will optimize the user experience of Squirrel Blockade, Tail Bounce, and Unbeatable Squirrel Tsunami. I just hope that by optimize, they don't mean that these squirrels will be better at finding me when I'm hiding. Star-Lord nerfs? What? His ult will require more energy, going from 3100 to 3400. The maximum target range is extended from 30 meters to 40 meters, with a damage fall off of 75% at 40 meters instead of 60%. I think this is a valid nerf, I just don't know if it will translate well into the new meta. Storm, who will have 2 team-up ults, has a buff to her ult. Her ult will receive a damage increase from 150 per second to 160 per second. I don't know, I think Storm will replace Human Torch in terms of bans now. Punisher buffs were expected as he loses his team-up with Rocket. The slow rate of his movement during his ult will be decreased from 20% to 10% when not firing, and from 40% to 30% when firing. His magazine size will be increased from 30 to 40. Single hit damages are increased from 18 to 19, and his spread when firing will be slightly reduced. Maybe now people will enjoy playing Punisher and we can avoid wasting a ban on Groot, perhaps? Thank you. For the last section, Strategist. Luna Snow, the supposedly nerfed healer. They will increase the energy cost of her ult from 4500 to 5000. Her icicle will now grant 50 bonus health per enemy hit, and her basic attacks, meaning healing and damage, will be increased from 20 to 22. So you're telling me that you increased the energy requirement for her ult, but you also increased her healing and damage, meaning she will see no changes in the timing of her ult. Whatever, let's just move on. Rocket Raccoon is getting a nerf? It's a small one. His healing repair mode will receive a decrease in direct hit healing from 55 to 50. Weird nerf, but okay. Jeff, my sweet fishy boy. Yeah, the mains are crying, and I'm there with them. His ult will require more energy, going from 4000 to 4500. His ult now grants 45 health per second as bonus health up to 150 when he swallows allies. His damage reduction from critical hits is increased from 50% to 70%. His swimming now has an energy cap of 120 that drains 20 per second when swimming and restores 15 per second when not. His bubbles now become healing over time instead of one-time healing. His bubbles will now heal 120 over 4 seconds, and he can only hold 3 bubbles at a time. Enemies will not be launched up anymore. His red click, Aqua Burst, will only have 3 charges max with 3 seconds per new charge, and spell field damage will be increased from 40 to 45. It will launch enemies up. His primary healing will now also damage enemies through allies. It deals 70 damage per second with a falloff that starts at 20 meters to a maximum of 65% at 40 meters. The healing per second is reduced from 150 to 130. My view on Jeff is simple. We do not have any diving strategists. I like that about Jeff. Yes, he was annoying to deal with, but I was looking forward to a Venom and Jeff diving combo. I think that would have been really exciting. The only things I would have changed about Jeff Jeff is slightly decreased his speed underground and the amount of bubbles he can hold, meaning maybe 4. The rest was cool as it was. I really hope they think of reverting some changes for Jeff. For team-ups, we will see a couple removed. Allied Agents, RIP Widow mains, Ammo Overload, Chilling Charisma, and Symbiote Bond, thank god. A couple team-ups will be adjusted. For Gamma Charge, Iron Man is removed, and the cooldown for the Gamma Squids are increased from 15 seconds to 20 seconds. Atlas Bond, Iron Fist's damage boost is decreased from 15% to 10%. Fantastic Four, increased cooldown from 20 seconds to 25 seconds. And Mental Projection, reduced proportion of damage caused by the illusions from 30% to 20%. For added team-ups, we have Chilling Assault, which is increasing healing for Luna, and an Ice Arrow ability for Hawkeye that can freeze whoever is hit. Jeff NATO, the goofiest combo ult you will ever witness, Operation Microchip. Punisher gains maximum health increase of 25 and a 5% damage boost. Black Widow unlocks a weird beam pulse rifle ability. Rocket Network, Rocket gains 5% increased healing effects. His BRB is upgraded to a web beacon. Penny Parker unlocks a new armored spider nest ability. Symbiote Shenanigans. Venom gains a maximum health of 150, and Jeff gains healing tendrils that barely heal? Stark Protocol. Iron Man has 5% damage increase. Ultron gains a nano ray that is similar to Moira's Coalescence, meaning he can heal and damage through allies. For Ultron's kit, his basic attack is a beam. He can fly. His E, Imperative Patch, is a drone attached to an ally that heals in an AoE radius. His right-click Imperative Firewall is bonus health for his allies. His ult is a mix of defensive and offensive, as it heals and damages at the same time, but I failed to see which ults he could counter with that yet. For new skins, we have Hawkeye, Storm, Magneto, Mr. Fantastic, Invisible Woman, Thing, Spider-Man, Groot, and Ultron. We will also be expecting a new map called Araco, which is a convoy map, and a new gameplay system that's similar to TFT and League. I'm not sure about that one. For interface changes, we do have a new mood system introduced with also emojis. The hero selection wheel now displays Lord avatars, combat chest that gives rewards by simply playing, and some new added features to the tournament and custom games. I won't lie, the upcoming meta is looking to be Flyers dominant. Hela will be a powerful counter to that meta, and she might be more often banned if players are leaning into the Flyers. Let me know what you think about the patch down below. Who are you excited to play? Who do you mourn? And who are you hard locking no matter what the devs do? Don't forget to like and subscribe. I will be posting an Ultron guide once he is released and I get a feel for his kit. See you soon. Ciao!